Good morning. I don't know the date today. Probably April the 30th, maybe Sunday, 2023. Another day of battling against this principality, power, spirituals of darkness in the heavenly places. I believe when you type in my name as a when I lived in Anaheim, California, Bobby Lee Flores. But you don't type in Bobby Lee Flores. You just Bobby Flores Anaheim. It's gonna pop out a list of names in there. One of which, back in 2016 when I did it, it says there was a Bobby Flores lived there, 61 years old. He was a child molester and a predator. Okay, well, that was in 2016. My name is Bobby Lee Flores, and I am 55 years old. And the lady who's laughing right now can go and fuck her fucking mother. Excuse my language. California Supreme Court judge, or is it Kathleen Chambers, which one it is? But she can stop framing me, and I hope that everything that she hoped for me, I hope that it multiplies in her own family and her own children for lying, for murdering my mother, because that's what she did. She did murder my mother. No, I didn't say Kathleen Chambers did. I'm just telling you that lady laughing did. A few minutes ago, I woke up, and right there, see my on the end of my thumb, there was this black little mole. It looked just like a mole. Wasn't there last night. It was there this morning, and that's what they call a brown recluse. That's what they unleashed in my house, and that's what put me in the hospital. See that scar right there? It almost killed me, murdered me. Look at what it did to my arm. In an ex parte marriage divorce. But anyways, I was looking for something to sell to make some money so I can eat. 2 days, my cats, I haven't eaten. Of course, they're no good. These cards are no good to anybody, by the way. They're no good to nobody. Because if you were to type in what they are, the listing in the internet, they come out to $1. I mean, I got an email the other day that said, "Oh yeah, your cards are selling for $1. $1.99." I mean, these cards were, they got a little bit rough around this. We should consider where they were at. Consider where they were at. Probably not really much. Probably not value at all, but I mean, to people who might have liked him, I'll be honest with you, I don't know too much about baseball. As I said, I was going through um, some cards and and I found these old signatures. But as I said before, this one here, how is it that he could be Will Clark? That's what it says in the back, but it's not him. But it says back there. Anyway, so oh, maybe this is Will Clark. I don't know if that's Will Clark. It says a different name on that photo at the bottom. And there's a bunch of these. Signed. Yeah, there's a couple of them in there. that are different. They look different when you turn them to sign. That's because there's I found other cards that are not signed, but and I just put them all together. So I don't know. To baseball collectors, you don't know. You might call as I said, they call ahead to places where I might go to sell them. Tell them there's no value or anything like that. And see, she's laughing like it's some joke. And all she's pissed off because she failed to prove something. She failed to prove that her program she's using, that spiritual medium program, backvoices.com, whatever. And this is not about African Americans, because if it was about black people, about discrimination, they would stop using discrimination in their music. And I don't care if you're saying nigga or nigger. The fact that you would sue somebody of a different race for using that term, but you're playing it all over and feeding it to our children in the air, in that hole in the mouth. Now it goes in the hole in the mouth that defiles you of your audio device. It's what comes out of the hole in the mouth of your voice device, your double-edged sword. And see, you can practice what you teach, and if you perfect it, you'll cause other people to stumble. And I'm going to say to you, be careful with that. You just might get what you ask for. There is no discrimination in America anymore. It is what other people's cause. Most of the time, it's the people who are complaining about it. It's because they know something that others don't. They know that they're perfecting that seed of an idea in that plan. Understand what I'm telling you, seed of an idea. It does not have to be, for example, an African American giant, someone who many men poured water in their spirits like an elect. They poured their vote into him and raised this giant to walk the earth to speak for them. That seed of an idea that man carries because he founded it doesn't have to be one of an African American culture or Mexican culture, Hispanic culture, white culture. It can be of a different race, but using them to turn them against the people. So any enemy against the United States is act of treason. And so when they told me a couple of years back that the Queen of the South came from down south, I said, F that Queen of the South. Well, I'm not talking about Queen Elizabeth. I'm talking about F that Queen of the South. See, because people are mistaken when they're talking about serving the Queen of the South. They're talking about this Queen of Spain, who you guys all think is the Virgin Mary. She appears to people using a legal plebiscite to steal the land from the Mexican people. Well, that's what they did in this corporation title here in this house my wife gave me. That company where they led me to go and borrow from stole the corporation title. I had the original. They stole it 2 weeks later from me. Illegal plebiscite.